I'm just using sense memory to make me
that's right.
believe I'm
Weren't
cold.
those the days? Weren't those the days? We're worried about sweltering heat where we can't stay cool. The sun is shining, it seems like 24 hours a day.
I know,
Gotta
breaking
have
state records of heat.
all the time, all the time.
And I know you don't like to be hot.
How many days until we get some relief? How many days until we have some snowfall?
I don't know. I think you're going to wait a while for snow.
You think it is?
I think.
Oh, well.
The only snow is on your TV.
One can only hope. Hello and welcome to your old news update. This here's Izzy Fitz.
And I'm smoldering Bud Driscoll.
Topping the headlines.
Oh, speaking of smoldering, it's August 13th, 1961. A smoldering three-way dispute involving city commissioners, city manager Leland Serac, and members of the Salina Police Department broke into flames Saturday.
Oh, man.
See that heat motif?
That's right.
There were charges, county charges,
Pretty slick there, bud.
I know. See, I segue into that.
That's
There
right.
were charges, county charges, and allegations of threats throughout the day. Police Chief H.R. Salmons charged that City Commissioners Gaylord Spangler and Harry Banker have been interfering in the administration of his department without authorization from the commission as a whole. How little things change in 50 years.
That's right.
Spangler said he has been told 3 employees of the police department have been guilty of misconduct. He also said that doesn't make sense. She was just dissatisfied.
They even made typos back in 1961.
It's hard for a newsreader.
Don't tell the ghost of Whitley Austin.
I know. He also said she was satisfied with Serac's attitude towards the allegations. Banker accused the department of wrongly arresting a woman and said he was dissatisfied with Serac's investigation of the alleged misconduct. Now, Serac was unhappy because the 2 commissioners allegedly threatened to go over his head and call in the Kansas Attorney General. Well, as Rodney King said, can't we all just get along?
Exactly. August 11th, 1936. Sleeping in Oakdale Park beside a sagging, heavily loaded half-ton truck weighted down with 80 bushels of wheat, Harris Hark of Gibson and Charles Hurt of Abilene were wakened by police at 6:40 this morning to answer a battery of questions. Wonder if the battery was dead. They gave the wrong answers, police said, and were taken to the police station for an investigation in connection with the theft of the wheat.
Wonder what those wrong answers were.
A wheat caper.
Speaking of heat, let's go back to August 13th, 1936. Now listen to this, folks. For the 3rd time this summer, the all-time temperature record failed to stand. Today at 2:45, the temperature was 118 degrees.
Man.
And that's a little more than the 113 we've had so far.
That's right.
This is the 2nd consecutive day in which the high mark has been broken. 117 degrees on Wednesday, surpassing the 116 readings on July 18th and 24, which had bettered the previous mark of 114 on June 18th, 1911 and July 1st, 1933.
Man, that's a mouthful of hot temperatures there.
I know, there's global warming even back
That's
then.
right. That's right. Al Gore wasn't even born yet.
I know.
August 13th, 1936. Dave Hassett of the Savoy Hotel was arrested about noon by the police on a nuisance charge. He faces trial in police court tomorrow afternoon because a dead horse and a dead cow was not the perfume of violets. Police say complaint was made when people in the north part of the city detected an aroma that was annoying. It came, so they say, from a truck which Hassett left standing in the street near the site of United Sash and Door Company's former place along Highway 40 as the road turns west from 9th. Hassett left his truck with the dead animals early this morning and sought a place to sleep. The sun shone hotly. Perfume arose on the sultry air. Tomorrow, Hassett will explain to the judge.
I'd like to have a transcript of that explanation.
That's right. I wonder if there'll be a little scratch and sniff to go
A
along.
little pungent sound there. Well, finally, on August 12th, 1911, S.E. Coffey and his son Martin Coffey, the latter acquitted of an insanity charge in probate court Thursday, left for their homes in Paradise Friday. That's Paradise, Kansas, not literal paradise. But before leaving,
But it is quite a place. I've
it
been
is.
there.
Before leaving, the father announced that he and his son would likely begin proceedings against a certain Salina woman who is known to the sheriff and police because of threatening letters she is alleged to have written to Martin Coffey, which Coffey says was responsible for his attempt to stab himself to death a few days ago. He stated in probate court that he feared the woman would kill him. So
Yeah.
it makes sense to kill yourself first.
That's some probing stuff there.
I know. Well, intelligence hasn't increased in the last
That's
100
right.
years either.
We want to give a shout out to Head Loose Clothing, 1829 South 9th. My good old buddies, Glenn and Jim down there. They know how to make you look pretty.
Yeah,
Case in point.
I know.
And
Goes
then
without
the Smoky Hill Museum. What's the address, bud?
saying. 211 West Iron?
You got it. You
Oh,
got
cool.
it. He has to give the addresses now. I'm not too good at that. Read more about the way things used to be in the look back section of Monday's Salina Journal.
And let's hope it doesn't break that 118-degree heat next week when it gets into August, and maybe we'll get some snow.
And meanwhile, keep
Well,
the shades on.
That's right, and we'll see you yesterday.